There's so much drama going on right now. Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video. We have a lot to get through in this video, so bear with me. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different things. We're going to be talking about Jeffree Star, James Charles, Trisha Paytas, Jaclyn Hill, Addison Rae. So if you're here for that, stay tuned to this video. So some of you guys may not know if you don't use Twitter. Yesterday, Jeffree Star was in a very bad car accident. He overturned his Rolls Royce 3 times and he tweeted out, or someone from his team tweeted out and said, "A few hours ago, Jeffree and Daniel were in a severe car accident and the car flipped 3 times after hitting black ice. We will update all when the doctor gives us more info, so thankful they are both alive." And he shared a picture of himself as well as Daniel. Then Jeffree tweeted out and said, "This morning was one of the scariest moments of our entire lives. I'm so grateful to still be here. I'm in excruciating pain because part of my back is broken and I have a vertebrae fracture on my spine. My doctor said it will take a few months, but I should make a full recovery." Also, some of you guys may not know, Daniel is one of Jeffree's long-term friends. They've been friends since Jeffree had literally nothing, and I think they were teenagers. And I also believe that he has fought cancer 3 different times and he has still made it. But now Jeffree has tweeted out and said, "My best friend Daniel has internal injuries, and because he has survived colon cancer 3 times, he's having complications with his organs and they're monitoring him 24/7. We'll know more soon. Thank you to every single person checking on us." So regardless of my feelings toward Jeffree, I just want to send positive energy to him because this is very, very serious. I don't want to be one of those people that say, "Oh, he had it coming," or "this is karma," because I think that's also bad karma. And I've had people use very bad things that have happened to me regarding my sister as well as my mother, and people have tried to use that as like my karma, so I don't want to say that. I don't like that. So for all intents and purposes, I'm sending positive healing energy to these two. Trisha Paytas also chimed in. You guys know that Trisha Paytas has been really on the outs with Jeffree. They are no longer friends. They don't really get along, but she did have this to say on TikTok.
So I'm just seeing this comment now on my last TikToks. I have been in the recording studio all day. This is horrific. I just saw it on Twitter. It's horrific. I wouldn't wish this on like my worst enemy. I believe in God and I have so many prayers for Jeffree's recovery. Like, I never want to see anyone hurt, injured, or anything. Like, you guys, life is like already tough enough and scary enough. I have this huge fear of death or my life being altered in such a severe way. Like, this is like a worst fear. A Rolls Royce is heavy and it being rolled over is like no joke. It actually like made me physically like shaken. I had to like pull over because I was like, wow. I'm glad that he is alive and Danielle is alive, and like life is really short and precious, and I hope people didn't think I was being insensitive by not talking about it. I'm really like shook up by it actually, and I wouldn't wish this on like literally my worst enemy, which Jeffree is not.
So while we're on the topic of Trisha Paytas, you guys know that her and Jaclyn Hill have not really always seen eye to eye. Some time ago, Trisha was hanging out with John Hill, Jaclyn Hill's ex-husband. It was actually quite a mess. There was a bunch of scary stuff going on. And Trisha said some things about Jaclyn that weren't that great. But Trisha tweeted out and said, "Whenever people hate on you and they don't know you, it's 100,000% from a place of jealousy. I feel really awful for coming for Jaclyn Hill because I was trying to look cool for someone else. It's embarrassing. I apologize publicly. I'll do it forever. Like the dumbest shit." Jaclyn replied to this and said, "Wow, Trisha, thank you. I'm literally emotional reading this. It wasn't easy seeing you say those things in the past, but I always knew it was because you didn't actually know me personally. This is really big of you and so kind." Jaclyn shared Trisha's video where she cooked chicken lo mein and said, "This is too cute. Trisha Paytas made Jordan's chicken lo mein. I think they need to do a collab." And Trisha replied to this and said, "His channel is the reason I'm trying to cook. I'd love to enter my grilled cheese in the next competition with you guys." And Jaclyn replied to her and said, "Hell yeah." So there's not very many things that we get to report on that are honestly positive. I feel like this is a positive because these two have not really got along that well. Most of it really honestly being Trisha's fault because of the way she acted toward Jaclyn when she was hanging out with John. But I love to see that these two people, or anyone for that matter, can actually get along, put their differences aside, apologize, and move forward. That is something that we don't really get to see too often. It's normally just two people holding beef with one another forever. So this is a nice change. And even more in Trisha Paytas' news, there's a TikToker by the name of Addison Rae. She's wildly popular. I believe she released a song. I think it's called Obsessed or Me Too. I'm not entirely sure. Nick plays it all the time. It's a catchy song. But she actually compared herself to Britney Spears, and this really set Trisha off with good reason, because Britney Spears and the conservatorship and the life that she has had has not been that easy, and it's not really an aesthetic for people to like try to profit off of. It's not cool. It's not hip. I don't understand why these young TikTokers think that they have the gravity reach or range to say these types of things, but Trisha went on a TikTok rant about Addison Rae and really put her in her place.
I've just never been more embarrassed for anyone in my whole life. This is embarrassing. You need a reality check, sis. You need... Shout out Def Noodles for the screenshots. Got this from his Twitter, Def Noodles Twitter. Just pause and read. Pause and read this one. This one. Just, oh, girl, what were you thinking? This right here, this. Britney Spears doesn't have rights, is being forced to work, can't see her kids, can't have her own assets, yet somehow Addison relates? What? I mean, other than the fact that your family is using you to push a Raising Cane's sponsorship, and they should be ashamed, and probably didn't raise you the best, clearly, but also this girl has no sense of reality. This is just sad. Like, no sense of reality. No, what world is she living in? What? These TikTokers call the paparazzi on themselves. They go to Boa and Saddle Ranch because they know the paparazzi is going to be there. Britney was stalked and harassed by the media with her children, and they painted out her to be a bad mother when in reality they were stalking her and pushing her to the limit. This little dumbass walking out of Catch all perfectly polished and shit, comparing herself to a queen who worked hard, who didn't ask, who didn't call the paparazzi, who did comeback after comeback after comeback, survived the media, survived Justin, survived misogyny, surviving her conservatorship currently, dealing with mental illness, but having literally 1 billion fans support her. And what? You call the paparazzi, honey. You want this life. Don't act, don't even compare, don't even mutter your name in the same breath as Britney. How dare you? Britney is otherworldly. She's untouchable. You think no one else has had this amount of fame? Not even comparable to Jenna Marbles. You're not even comparable. You're not even on Charlie's level. Dude, Addison Rae just compared herself to Britney Spears. I am quaking right now. Oh no, oh no. Oh. These new generation of social media people are so self-absorbed, self-entitled, narcissistic. The fact that her overwhelming life, she compares to Britney Spears, who worked her ass off, sold hundreds of millions of records, chastised, chased, hospitalized because of the media for years. She's a queen and an icon. And who are you? Someone who rips off TikTok dances and takes all the credit and glory on late night shows? This just pause. This is chef's kiss beautiful. Addison Rae also went on Zane Heath's podcast saying she's the first level of this fame on social media. What? You're not Britney, bitch.
Now, as you guys know, James Charles has been in hot water over all of this stuff that has came out about him making an apology video, saying that he's taking accountability for his actions and not really doing his due diligence and trying to figure out and discern the people that he's talking to, their age. But James Charles released a statement yesterday and it reads as follows. Accountability is something that I've spoken about a number of times in the past. In my most recent video, I spoke about and took accountability for my part in conversations I had with a few individuals who told me they were over the age of 18. As I said in the video, I can't show change overnight, but I will over time. Since posting that video, many other people have come forward with a series of misleading stories and false allegations, which have been reported on by many people, creators, and news outlets. My legal team has begun taking action against those that have spread misinformation or created completely fake stories, as this has gone too far. These stories have caused many of my long-term partners to receive considerable negative feedback, one of them being Morphe. I've loved every moment working together and I'm beyond grateful for what we've created together. That being said, I reached out to them and we mutually agreed to wind down our James Charles x Morphe collaboration, which is my only project with them. I'm continuing to take time away to learn and grow and listen and look forward to coming back one day in the future as a better version of myself, James. Now, I have a lot of issue with this because James is still placing blame on these teenagers. He did not do his due diligence and he should not be dating from his pool of subscribers and followers. This is the very thing that he said that he was not going to do in No More Lies, but he still did it anyway, which completely undermined No More Lies 100%. But Morphe made the following statement as well. In light of recent allegations against James Charles, Morphe and James have agreed to end our business relationship and wind down sales of the Morphe x James Charles product offering. It is and has always been Morphe's goal to create a positive, safe, empowering space where all beauty lovers can freely share their artistry and passion for cosmetics, and Morphe is committed to furthering that goal. The thing about this for me is, even in James's statement, he still had to make it about the teenagers that he messaged being wrong. He victimized himself, and he still had to make it as if he was still in control because he made it sound like he reached out to Morphe and Morphe didn't reach out to him. There's a whole host of things wrong with this. And the fact that James Charles says that he's taking legal action as if the fake stories are what caused Morphe to come to this conclusion is completely asinine. Like, dude, you literally admitted to doing some of these things. So what it really sounds like to me is you're trying to place the blame on the fake stories and not the actual real ones, which makes the story look even worse. But you guys, I know this video is getting long. Please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about Jaclyn Hill and Trisha squashing their beef? What do you think about Addison Rae thinking that she's even remotely close to the caliber of Britney Spears and what Britney has went through? And please let me know your thoughts and opinions on James Charles and Morphe and James saying that he's going to take legal action against people, because I honestly find that comical at this point in time. But I hope you guys have the most amazing weekend, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.